We are reading the hand of a Taiwanese singer based in South Korea, and she's a very, very, very famous singer. So we are reading her hand. She's a member of South Korean group Twice formed. It's a very, very famous group. When we are reading these famous people's hand, people expect us to know what are the reasons for their success. People expect us that we would be telling some special sign, very, very special sign that would indicate the success of this particular lady in her career. The reality is that we can only tell related to what is different in the hand. And some things in our eyes could be negative, but in reality, for her, it may be playing out in a very, very good way. Supposing that particular sign we see on her hand, I would say that it may not be the best sign, but yet it is giving good results to her. So even in her hand, in her right hand, there is a very different kind of a sign on her. I'm just showing you her heartline. Just take a look at it. Just notice how different her heartline is. This is a portion of the heartline, and this is another portion of the heartline. So this is a very unique kind of a line. I'm just trying to make the marker size a little bit less so that you understand much better. So this is the portion that you're seeing. There's a break out here, and the line is starting again in a different way. So this is the uniqueness in her hand. The main uniqueness is this particular line formation that you see out here. It makes a person's personality very, very different. Now, having a break on the heartline in general is not considered to be a good sign to have. It means emotional breakdown at some given moment of the, and it could have been there in the past, in the present, and the future as well. Now, we can see that we can think that probably this may not be the best sign to have, but yet I have seen many cases, in spite of having negative signs, it certainly might give good result as well. Now you would wonder why it is so that in spite of having a negative sign, yet the person does have something positive in her hand. Now I'm just showing you another hand image of the same lady. This is yet another hand image that you see out here, and you would notice that the heart line is something like this. So, and this is the starting portion of the heart line, and this is the new heart line that is there. Now, having a heart line originate purely and purely on the mount of Mercury is considered to be a good sign. It is not necessarily that it is only good if the person is a singer. It could be from any profession. It can be for any profession, something like even if a doctor has this particular a good sign. If a politician has it, even then it would be considered to be a good sign. If a person is a share market trader, even then it could be seen as a good sign. So it need not be that purely one profession, it is good for one profession, it could be for any profession. If you see the hand of a, of some famous other people as well, I would just give you one or two names. And one is Suhana Khan, the daughter of Shah Rukh Khan. Now she hasn't done anything as such up till now. Probably, maybe in the future, it this indication might help her, but not in the present times. We don't know anything as such that how it is benefiting her. And if we take a look at the hand of Ranbir Kapoor, a famous actor, her also a good actor. His father was also a good actor. So it's there in their whole, like in the whole family, it's happening. But this line doesn't have anything to do with your family, but it has to do with you. So, so in that way, a sign, this sign is good. Now we have to reason out why it is good. The reason is why we should give some reason why it is considered to be a good sign to have. So let us analyze in that particular way why it might be considered to be a good sign. The thing is that if your heartline is if your heartline is originating purely and purely on the amount of Mercury, it gets the quality of Mercury into your life. Now, the quality of Mercury is communication, calculations, and communication. So the person heart amount of Mercury means that he has those spatial abilities of communication, calculations in them. And that is basically benefiting such a person. This line does not mean in certain ways that the person would become world famous. We can't say with say just by looking at this particular line, we say that, oh, this person is going to become really famous. We can't say in that particular way. But certainly we can say that having this line, this kind of a line formation, this kind of a heart line formation, which is very different, would certainly bring certain spatial qualities into their life. Now, in appearance terms, it appears that probably it could be a girdle of Venus as well. Girdle of Venus is a circular kind of a line, like a person might have a heart line, something like this, and they would have a girdle of Venus. Now, girdle of Venus makes a person hysterical. Their emotions are like they may have burst of emotions sometimes when they're happy, extremely happy, and when they're down, they might have that sinking kind of a feeling. So probably this extreme nature is there in their profession as well. And in day to day, it would be troublesome because that kind of a nature would make their heart go up and down this way. But when they are projecting something onto the screen or into their music, it would make their music extremely unique or their acting to be extremely unique. So it makes their personality extremely difficult. They might be difficult people to understand and live with. Although if we take a look at the right hand, if we take a look at the right hand appears to be a much more normal kind of a right hand. Normal height, when we say normal right hand, it means that and the heart line appear to be very normal kind, and the heart line is a little bit leaning downwards, pointing towards the area of Mount of Moon, which is the area for imagination and visualization. So you need to be imaginative in order to be very good at music. But this again, one single sign does not mean world fame. This just means an inclination to be more imaginative and a very good visualizer. So the first thing is this. The second thing is she has got a normal kind of a heart line in her left hand and a normal kind of a headline in the left hand. So this makes a person more normal kind and very predictable kind, but the right hand image, which I've already showed you, it makes a personality very difficult to live with and difficult to understand. And such people might have certain qualities that could catapult them to very high position because the personality is very different. They are able to project that particular personality in a very different way. So some negative thing, in spite of having a break, if we say that this is a break, then we would say that in spite of having a break also, yet it does give good result. So negative lines can also give you very good result. Even if we consider this particular line to be the girdle of Venus. Now, girdle of Venus in a day-to-day life, it is not necessary. It can make a person who has got unrealistic fantasies. Now, those unrealistic fantasies are not coming out to be true on a daily basis. So what happens is that having a line formation that is different makes your personality different. Sometimes it can help you and sometimes it may not help you. Thank you for watching this particular video. Hopefully you liked this particular video. Bye and take care.